get started on your April General Tarot. Like I said, these messages are going to be general, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It's always good to go and look back on previous readings, previous general readings, because there's often stuff that can sort of get wishy-washy with the timeline, and it might resonate for you now, whereas it may have not before. I'll just get stuck in for you guys, and see what comes out. I'm doing a bit of a different spread. I'm working with the 12 houses spread. So I'll try and get as much in as I possibly can for you guys. Okay, so coming into April, or for much of April, I feel for you guys it's going to be a month where you do a lot of internal work. For many of you, it doesn't necessarily mean isolation. It doesn't necessarily mean stepping away from your social calendar or your social events and activities. It just means, I feel that the work that you're going to be doing within yourself, within yourself, you're going to be going within, a lot of you, in April. I feel that there's like an energy shift for a lot of you in terms of addressing past grievances, in terms of tackling childhood issues, relationship issues, and I feel that this is where the work's coming in. You're really going within to try and overcome these things. For a lot of you, it's just like you're starting to realize that the crap that you've been holding on to emotionally, you don't actually have to hold on to it, and you're trying to sort of balance out and figure out how to go about releasing what's been holding you back emotionally in terms of past experiences. A lot of you know that you're able to move forward without having to burden yourself with previous crap, and you're ready to start making those changes. I do see a lot of you seeking further guidance in spiritual practices, whether it's readings, whether it's readings or tarot, whatever, but I do see meditation for some of you. And I get the impression that sometimes when I feel like you've almost tried to do this in the past. Perhaps you've been trying to overcome some of these issues for quite a while. And it's like you get to a certain point, and whether or not it's your own self-doubt, or I feel like it's your own self-doubt that holds you back, you sort of reach a roadblock where it's like, where do I go next? What's my next step? I do see that could come up again for you. It's like you're making headway, you're making progress, and then you doubt yourself and you just sort of stop. It's like, well, I won't bother with it. Know that if you do reach that moment of uncertainty with how to move forward, take a little breather. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. You don't have to have all the answers straight away. Perhaps give yourself a little bit of time, walk away from the emotional work that you're doing, give yourself a little bit of rest, and come back to it again. Don't put pressure on yourself. It's not something that you're going to be able to fix and change overnight. You may be able to, but I don't see that here in this situation. It is something that you are still going to work out, and it's the maintenance, the maintaining, the effort that you're doing that's going to get you a good end result. Okay, and I do see that is your block in this instance. It's going to be yourself. You're going to have two decisions. You can stop now and be done with it, and then have to deal with where you've got to all over again down the track, or you can push forward. You can give yourself time to rest, work out your next move over time, and then tackle it and keep moving forward. And I do see that if that's the way that you go about resolving this issue, you're going to recover from it. You're going to be successful, and it's like you've been down this road before, but if you keep pushing through this time, I do see a positive end result. Okay. For some of you, you're going to be dealing with, okay, some of you are going to be losing stuff or something's going missing. There may be even trickery going on at home. Did this come up for you guys last month? I can't remember. But I feel like it's like something goes missing that shouldn't. You're looking for something, it's not there, you go away, you come back and it was there the whole time. This might be to do with someone. I feel that this is relating to somebody that perhaps, I don't think that they passed recently, but they did transition. When they transitioned, it had quite an impact on you, and I do feel that you sense this person around you quite a lot. It's like you get the impression that, oh, they're here, or I wonder if that's them, and then you doubt it, and they're saying like not to doubt it. They're saying if that's how you're feeling, then that's them. If there's trickery going on and it's like things are going missing that shouldn't be missing, and then they reappear almost exactly where you thought they originally were, that's their way of letting you know that they're around you and they're with you and they're connected to you. My door's probably going to slam from the wind, so no big deal. I feel, what is this? I feel some of you have been let down with, okay, it's that, I feel like some of you have been let down in a particular situation, or it's like you're playing two different roles. It's like some situation hasn't gone to plan and you can either move forward from it, but you're not doing that. You're choosing to play the victim in the situation. Whatever this situation is, and I feel like this might even be a financial situation. There might even be something to do with jealousy or greed involving another party. But whatever the situation is, you're playing the victim when really you shouldn't. You should just chin up and get through it. Not so much chin up and get through it, but it's like you don't have justifiable reason to be playing the victim in whatever situation this is. Some of you I feel like some of you have just recently experienced some sort of emotional loss, whether this is to do with a relationship breakdown or the physical loss of somebody close to you. Let me just see what comes out here. You're going to spend a lot of April sort of dealing with this, whatever this loss is. And there's definitely a call. This might have something to do with, there's definitely a call to take the time necessary that you need. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely a time of grieving for some of you, a definite passing of somebody in your immediate family or somebody close to you. They're saying, I feel like you're somebody that when this happens, or it might even be that this is the first time somebody really close to you has transitioned, has passed on. Just know that in these times, if you want to deal with it by yourself, you deal with it by yourself, but know that there are people, I feel that there are people in your circle who want to be there for you, who want to, excuse me, who want to help you through this hard time. Know that they're there and they'll be there when you're ready. Some of you are in terms of your own financial security, some of you are growing impatient. I feel that there's work being done where you should be, or feel you should be seeing an end result. You should be getting somewhere with the effort that you're putting in for whatever this financial situation relates to for you, and you're growing impatient with it. I feel it's like you're starting to feel like the outcome that you initially went into this for, or that you've been planning for, is sort of slipping away, becoming more and more unobtainable. I definitely feel the need. I feel that there is need to keep going, to not give up, don't let the greed of your wanting take away from what the goal is, or what the end result is. It's definitely there, and it's definitely obtainable. It's not something that's out of reach by any means. And they're just saying, like, don't give up on this. Don't get impatient with it not happening right now. Just give it a bit more time. Yeah, go with your instincts on this situation. I feel like the setback or part of the setback might have something to do with parties that aren't necessarily even involved in the situation having too much of an opinion on how it is that you're going about things, and you want to prove them wrong, and that's sort of dredging up this impatience in you, just to be like, come on, hurry up, can I just get this done so that everybody can see that I was right from the beginning. Whatever it is that you're working towards within this financial situation, it's your passion. It's taken a lot of time for people to accept that this is what you want to be doing, and this is how you're going to go about obtaining whatever this is that you want to obtain. So there's no need to get to the end result quicker to validate anything for anybody else. Don't let your impatience in terms of pleasing those that have doubted you here hold you back from what it is that you actually want to receive. Let that be your focus, not the opinions, not the judgments, not the negative outlook that others have on you in this situation. Don't worry about that. Stay focused on the goal that was originally there, the whole reason that you sort of took this risk. I do feel like it was a risk. I feel like some of you are going to be doing maybe even long distance relationship, but I feel like there might be somebody new on the cards for some of you. In April, and there's the need to do a little bit of travel. It's nothing crazy. It's almost like you're going to, like, this person doesn't live in your immediate, like, where you live. You have to travel a little bit to get there. Whether or not you come together, you go to their city, or they come to your city, or you meet in the middle. But there's a coming together here with somebody new for some of you. You have it's with whatever situation this is, whatever this meeting is, you have a tendency to get motivated for something, I want to say, and then not follow through with it. It's like you organise everything and then come up for an excuse at the last minute. They're saying not to do that. They're saying push yourself, give yourself a little chance here to put yourself out on a limb. Yeah, this is, okay, we've got soulmate. So I feel that by taking this risk and taking this chance with this person and putting yourself out there, for some of you this isn't necessarily somebody that you have to travel for. Perhaps this is somebody that's just new and pops up for you. But I'm definitely seeing that if you do put yourself out there with this person, you do take this risk, there is the potential for a really, really, really positive outcome. It's almost like the thing that holds you back is you strive so much for perfection in yourself. You want to put your best self forward. But just know, I don't think that this person gives a shit. I don't think that they care for the persona. They care about what, you bring to the table. They see you as very successful. They see you as very stable. They see you as somebody that they can rely on, somebody that they can trust. I feel like this person that's coming in is somebody that's had to deal with a lot of distrust in their relationships, and they don't see that with you. They see you as being somebody who's grounded, somebody who is very much the sort of person that they would like to be with. That's exciting, Gemini. Yeah, a great result. Perhaps some of the reason that you're intimidated or perhaps scared in putting yourself out there with this person is, I feel like you've been through a lot as well, but in a way that sort of is what brings you guys together. You can relate to each other. You both have come together because you want the same things in a relationship. You've been through the crap, you've dealt with the shit, that's sort of where the complacency here might come up, in terms of just not bothering with it, just getting to the point of, okay, now I need to go and see this person, and then wanting to pull out is because you have been through so much. Do I put myself through this again? And I definitely think that you should. Like, I see very positive results here in this situation. If you do put yourself out there, don't worry about the persona. Don't worry about presenting one image when you are in fact, like, you don't have to show perfection. You don't have to be perfection. You don't have to show this person any particular facets of yourself. Just be you, the real you, the true you. If you want to go deep and you want to talk deep with this person, talk deep with this person. Like, I feel that you have both been through some shit, and you're ready to move forward with this person because you see in them what you want from relationships. They see in you the exact same, but it's going to take just a little bit of a nudge from yourself in order to put yourself out there a little bit, and be vulnerable. But it's all good. I feel like something's going to be revealed to some of you, to do with your childhood. You've had some doubts about a particular aspect, a particular circumstance related to your childhood. I feel that this has been brought up in the past, but it hasn't been addressed. Perhaps you weren't ready, perhaps you weren't of the right age. I'm not exactly sure what this is relating to, but it's something to do with your childhood. The truth is going to be revealed to you in whatever this situation is. Just be mindful for some of you that are going into, whether it's going into real estate. I feel like it is. I feel like for this, whoever this is relating to, you work in real estate. It may be your first client, but there is a need to be truthful. There is a need to this particular client, they want the bare bones. They want to know the ins and outs. They want to know if there's anything wrong with the place. They want to know. They don't care so much if there's anything wrong. They just want to know ahead of time. And I feel like if you try to mask a potential downfall relating to this particular property, it's going to bite you in the bum. They're just saying be truthful, be forthcoming with whatever. If they say, oh, what's this, whatever this is, might even be water damage or termites, something to do with something that is quite a big issue. But if you hide it from them, don't hide it from them. Be upfront about it. If they ask about it, and it comes up, be truthful. Don't pussyfoot around it. Don't try and sugarcoat it. Give it to them straight. And then the outcome will be positive. If you lie and you don't give them the whole truth, it's going to come out later and it's going to bite you in the butt. Look at it like a test. I definitely feel it's a test for you. Okay, let me just see. Yeah. Don't try and pull the wool over this person's eyes because they're going to see straight through you. Just be forthright and upcoming. Forthright and honest about the situation, and it'll work in your favour. Lie and you will regret it. Okay, some of you need to, there's a desire to sort of get out there, to put yourself out there, to try new things. I feel like there's some lack for some of you in terms of, I want to say, hobbies. Some of you are dealing with kids that just, it doesn't matter what you do, they just seem like they're always bored. Is it holidays? Holidays coming up? School holidays? I think it might be. I'm in Australia, so yeah, I'm pretty sure we have school holidays coming up. So some of you are going to be dealing with kids during the school holidays that are just going to be bored and they're going to drive you batty. Perhaps there's a need to start looking at new activities for them, coming up with something else. You might even find that through creativity. I'm seeing here like baking, bringing out some of the nans and the nonnas recipes that you used to make. Whip them up with the kids. I feel that, you know, it's like the kids, they don't want the TV, they don't want the games, they want to spend time with you. So get creative with them. Think outside of the box. Take it back to the sort of activities that you used to do as a kid in order to keep them entertained. And I do feel that when you start to do this, like board games, just thinking outside the box with them, and they'll be captivated. I feel like some of you are maybe trying something new in April. There's a new activity for you. Whether this is a creative activity, I do get the impression that that might be the case. But you're trying something new in April. You sort of you've sort of felt a bit disconnected. It's almost like you feel disconnected from your friendship group. I feel like they might be in a different place than where you are. Or you're changing your opinions about what it is that you find fun, what it is that you want to spend your time doing. And I feel that for some of you, you're going to be trying something new in April. You're going to just go out on a whim, and you may have been thinking about whatever this activity is for quite some time, and you're just going to roll with it and give it a shot. And I do think that it's going to be beneficial for you, whatever this is. There's a real calling for some of you to just get out there and try something new, start something new in April. Okay, we'll do one more for you guys. Where are we on to? Fifth house. Alright, we'll look at work for you guys. Some of you have got some big work-related decisions to make. I feel like there's going to be a lot of change as a result from the choices that you make work-wise in April. For a lot of you, it's going to be momentum, whatever it is to do with with your work. You're just going to be on the run. Things are going to be moving. You're going to be moving. Busy, busy, busy. But I feel like it's a positive busy. Yeah, so many choices. What is going on for you guys in April? Some of you might be searching, job hunting. And it's like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? Some of you are going to be for those of you, for those of you who are going to be looking at, who are looking for a new job, I'm hearing to change it up a bit. Maybe write down all of your skills. What are you good at? What are your benefits in terms of employment? What is it that your skill set? Write all of them down and sort of look at other avenues. Look at something different. I feel like you may be a little bit stagnant because you don't want to go and continue doing the same thing again. You want to try something new. And if you're struggling with which direction to go, write down what it is that you're good at and look at possibilities. Do a Google job search, type in your skills and see what comes up. Maybe try something different. I feel like you want to. Yeah, I feel that something's going to come out of nowhere for some of you work-wise. It's just going to be, it's just going to be the right fit. It's not going to be something that you've thought about potentially doing in the past, but it's going to sort of pop out. Okay, here we go. This card's been trying to jump out for 20 minutes. Yeah, it's going to come out of nowhere. And I feel that with whatever this is, I feel that the positions that you've been in previously, they haven't filled you up. They haven't ignited your soul. They're not a passion. It's just something that you've sort of fallen into and you've just been plodding along and continuing with it. But whatever it is that you switch to, if you do decide to go and steer away from just the norm, from what it is that you're used to, I feel like there's going to be a bit of self-discovery here, a newfound passion, a new positive fire in some of you guys. It just feels really good. This change is a good one. It's a good change. I don't think that you're great about... I don't think that you're overly keen on steering away, which is why this concept might be a little bit overwhelming, but it's going to be worth your while. Don't worry about if you've got a few of the skills but not all of them. Don't worry about it. Give it a go. Try out. They're saying, like, don't strive for why can I not speak? Don't strive for perfection. If you have some of the skills and enough of the main ones, and a couple of them you might not be great at or you might know nothing about, don't not give the job a go. If it's something that you're like, oh, that could be really cool, oh shit, I don't have all of the skill set, still apply, still give it a chance. I feel like you may have somebody in your immediate circle that's going to try and hold you back and maybe be like, why would you bother? Just keep doing what it is that you're good at. Don't even bother with it. You do what you think you should be doing, and you already know that you should be mixing it up. You should be trying something new. Give it a go. Okay guys, I'm going to leave that there for you. All of the info that you need will be in the description box. Thank you for your likes, comments. Thank you for subscribing. Do let me know in the comments below or shoot me an email if any of this resonated for you. And I hope you have a great month. Thank you.